First up is Colin from Swiftmile. How you doing, Colin?
Fantastic.
Now you were at the launch festival.
Yep.
Tell everybody a little bit about that experience. How was that for you?
It was great. It was incredible just kind of being out there with all these other great startups and mentors and advisors and all kinds of investors. For us, it was like a debut. And so we had great feedback, and it also helped us with our seed invest round.
Awesome. So you have 3 minutes on the clock. We have the beautiful Cisco Spark board, which is a brand new smart whiteboard and conferencing system with cameras and microphones that we use here at launch, and it's amazing. But you are going to use it today to demo Swiftmile. So I'll put 3 minutes on the clock, and Brian and I will take notes. And you ready to go?
Ready to go.
All right. So as we say in the incubator, 3, 2, go.
Well, great. It's an honor to be here. My name's Colin Roach. I'm founder CEO of Swiftmile. We're building the world's first electric bike sharing system. Here's a staggering statistic. 96 million people every day drive less than 15 miles to work. Yet we get on the roads, we sit in traffic, and it's miserable. I don't need to tell you how bad traffic is. All you got to do is sit in it to understand. You look at regular bike share, which we applaud, but it gets low usage. You don't want to be this guy. You don't want to have the back sweat. People look at it and they realize, man, I wish there was maybe a motor on that, something I didn't have to sweat. So if you look at our system, we built the world's first 100% renewable power transit system. Let's walk through how it works. We have our mobile app that works as a virtual key to locate and find our electric bikes that have a 40-mile range. These things help you go 20 miles an hour. Complete boost, no sweat. They're plugged into our solar power charging stations, which are quick to deploy, easy to set up, completely off-grid. Our app itself, as I mentioned, allows you to reserve the bike even before you're sitting in your office. You go down there now, you reserved it, boom, you hit unlock, it unlocks, and now you could go on your way. You can even take these home if you're at a corporation. When you're done, it gives you all this cool data, time, distance, speed, even how much you've lowered your carbon footprint. We store it kind of like Fitbit for a bike, so you could gamify yourself. Our main market to date right now, corporations and hotels. Why? They're the low-hanging fruit. There's a huge need for this. People realize the multimodal world is out there for us, and they need the different ways to get around other than a car. Which leads us to why. We need to be less dependent on cars. We can't build many more roads. Traffic is getting worse. It's just a big kind of sad state of affairs for getting around. Our revenue model is this. We're bikes as a service. We charge upfront about a third of our costs that help offset our hardware costs, and this is for delivery, installation, and onboarding, and then we charge as the bikes move. So as the bikes are moving, we're making money. We invoice the customers. If you're a corporation right now, such as Google, our first customer, we invoice you monthly, giving you all this data that you can also share as well with cities. If you're trying to get permits, you can show how many trips you've avoided to share with cities for other things as well. To date, we're at Google. We're at the Santa Clara Valley VTA. We have a fat and growing pipeline. This is us debuting on the NBC nightly news. That's my ugly mug right there. That's the station, one of the stations we set up. This is kind of a better look at the system itself at the Santa Clara VTA. This is us photobombing Lester Holt on the NBC nightly news. Just kind of happened on a random night. The two big markets we're serving, the electric bike market, which is screaming hot. Every major manufacturer is getting into it. We share enable these electric bikes. We don't build the bikes. We partner with the bike manufacturers, allowing us to tap into all that innovation. Combined with the bike sharing market has taken off. There's a lot of overseas bike manufacturers that have raised millions and millions of dollars because really people understand car ownership is in decline. Other ways of getting around are big. Verizon itself is a big partner of ours. They're not only our first investor, they invested in our seed round, but we have an MOU with them for distribution. Our competition is basically pedal bike share companies. The main part of our market, other than corporations, is campuses, cities, and dense housing complexes. And this is our team. I've got 20 years experience myself. We've got 60 years experience behind us. I've earned these gray hairs, and we're excited to be here at this launch interview.
Yeah, okay. Well done. Mini golf clap there. We'll give you the mini golf clap.